live.
Who cares?
God, too good.
There's like 7 people watching us right now in the world, and it's my mom, and Ben.
And Bill, and he's about to fall asleep.
Bill's already asleep.
Welcome to Draft Bust episode 22. So we're like moving on up and getting it going, getting it going. So last week, of course, we talked about our picks 10 through 6. This week, if you wait around just a little bit, just talk about picks 5 through 1, where I might get destroyed, my number 1 pick. But before we get into
There's
it,
no maybe. Not
there's
might.
no maybe.
Dummy.
Stupid Andy! Beat the shit out of my head.
You just jump out that window.
Oh, I can't. There's a pond in the way. I'll get caught. I'll just be like a spider caught in a web. Or a fucking
Oh, that'd be pretty funny.
butterfly caught in a... But, we have some stuff to talk about. I know what Ryan Fitzpatrick still hasn't got signed. Von Miller's going to set out for a whole year.
No, he's not.
Make the play.
All right. There's no way this man's going to give up that much money.
The thing is...
I mean, I understand.
They would.
This
Their whole defensive output would totally change. Like, they would miss so much if he left. You know, he helps out people on the other end. He helps out Wolf and Ware. He helps out the DBs. So if he's gone, like, Shane Ray can't step into that hole.
No, and DeMarcus Ware's back is bad. You know, he won't be able to stay into it. But the one thing, Nick, it doesn't matter if he plays or not, because if he signs that tender, it's fully guaranteed. They owe him every penny.
Oh yeah, he's not going to give that shit up, and that's what me and my dad were arguing about the other day. I don't fucking blame one football player for saying no. I want the max money I can get, because, like Ben said, if he goes out and Joe Theismann's his knee, tough shit. I mean, he's done.
Yeah.
I know, like, it's what he's going for, 60 guaranteed, it was something high where it was almost all paid in the first 3 years. But I really don't know. I'm surprised Fitzpatrick hadn't signed yet. Man's holding out for what, like 14 mil or something? They offered him 12.
Yeah, he wants some crazy amount of money. Like, he wants top 10
starting
quarterback
money. Yeah.
Well, see, like, to me, I think he's worth 9, easy. But not what he's asking. Not 15.
But the Jets need to pay that money. I mean, otherwise they're gonna have old fucking Geno Smith back there getting his jaw broke again.
You know, Bryce Petty is not the answer. Hackenberg is not the answer. Like, I've even seen reports about that. Yeah.
I think even unless they want a top 5 pick or something like that next year, they need to sign the man and give him something. Get him back out there, because there's nobody else to get.
The Jets drop drastically without him.
Yeah. I would just give in to him, and I think that Fitzpatrick knows that without him, they are – what do you think they'd go without him? 5, 6 wins? Without him?
4 to 5.
That defense is better than that, though.
Hey, let me look at their schedule.
But you got to think, what did they go last year, 11?
10 and 6.
10,
they missed the playoffs when they should have been in it. They should have been. Damn. Looking at their schedule,
So, I mean, they will be a top 10 pick if they don't get him.
Yeah.
I could see that. I mean, a lot of their games are against fair people, like the 49ers are still play, but they play them and, of course, the Browns. The rest of their schedule is just tough for them.
Yeah, I mean, the Browns are a win, and the shitty Jim Tom Sula sideshow that was in San Francisco last year that's going to be there for the next few years.
I mean, it's
Let's go back to Von Miller for a second. So, what do you think about him holding out? As a Broncos fan, what do you think about him holding out? Do you fault him? Does it anger you or anything like that, that he's in it only for the money? Anything like that? No, I know Nick's not, but he was a Broncos fan.
I don't think it angers me or anything like that. The man should get paid. He really should. he is the reason that defense is so good, just because he gets that pressure. I mean, he is that player. I think he is the J.J. Watt type player that makes that defense. I'm not saying he is as good as J.J. Watt or means, and he just means as much for the Broncos defense as J.J. Watt does Texans.
Right.
So I'm not mad at him. I think they should pay him. I mean,
but
he's
what
owed
about
the money.
if they mortgage their future and they pay Von Miller all that money, but they can't get anybody else? They can't, in free agency, they can't sign anybody to a good big contract, get any big free agents. What about that? Does that not kind of worry you?
No, it doesn't. And the reason I say that is because it's John Elway. John Elway has managed to get all these good stars at some amount of money, less than what they are worth. They easily Aqib Talib and right, Aqib Talib and DeMarcus Ware. Even what he re-signed Brandon Marshall for hardly anything for what Brandon Marshall's actually worth, and then like Derek Wolfe, they got him signed early, and he took a little pay cut to do that. I mean, it's a good and bad thing because it's John Elway's my way or the highway type mentality that some people are going to shy away from, but I think they can still make stuff. It's still, even if I honestly think if Von Miller's not there, still 8-8.
I think this is their big thing is if they do it now to where they front load this to where you say, all right, we're going to pay you all this money in the first 3 years, it'll allow them to still, that the core of that team's together for 2 to 3 years. Especially if Paxton Lynch is the future, then you don't have to worry about it. In the situation of the Raiders, it scares the shit out of me because we're going to have to pay Khalil Mack and Derek Carr in the same year.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's exactly
that though. I think that Reggie, he always makes these smart, low risk signings, and so I believe that he knows what he's having to aim for in the future, and so I think that we're going to be okay. But outside of that, though, think about Amari. If Amari can figure out the drops, figure out what's going on with that, we got to pay him. We have all these other defensive rookies that are huge, like Mario Edwards. If he can stay healthy, he's a beast. And, Carl Joseph, it's still out on him, but there's a lot expected out of him. So I think that beyond Derek and Khalil, it might be an issue then, but that's
so. Oh yeah, they're gonna have to sign both of them. I mean, that's their corner pieces, just like with Von Miller, and I mean, you can almost put Demaryius Thomas out there for the Broncos. You have to sign those because those are your core players that are always going to produce.
Demaryius Thomas did that much like.
Well,
but look at the big thing.
I
So
know.
Back to the Broncos a little bit. I can't say his last name. Wilson. What's the lineman from?
Okay.
Young. They had him till 21.
Get your monkey phonics.
They have Brandon Marshall till 21. Paxton Lynch first. They have Demaryius Thomas till 20. Talib till 20. Chris Harris till 20. Derek Wolfe till 20. Jay Anderson till 20. They still have a lot of good people all the way out there to 20. I think the big thing, if you look at it, P.J. Ward is 1 more year. That one's going to hurt a little bit.
How old is he, though?
P.J. Ward, he's 20.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's coming to the end of his year.
Yeah, he's probably got 3 more in him.
They have good players all the way out there.
So, why not pay him $60 million guaranteed and front load the shit out of it?
Because looking at 3 of your best players on the team are all signed to 20. So give him 3 years of a really high, jack that crap up, take out the rest of the salary cap, and then
give him $100 million for 5 years and have 75 in the first 3 years.
But I don't know. With Elway, he probably doesn't like doing that, though. Like Andy was saying, it's his way or no way. And, just to feel that he might have lost to, Von Miller in a sense that I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say, though, is that he doesn't want to feel like he got outmanned by Von Miller. And so
I think
he
he
goes.
knows he has to sign. Has to sign.
And Von Miller knows that.
Yeah. Because you know
And-
what? If he doesn't go to the Broncos, somebody else is going to pay him that money.
But I honestly think
Exactly what.
Von Miller's not being ridiculous about it. Let's just put it that way. It's not.
No,
have-
no.
What is it? Revis wanting this ridiculous amount of money for not performing. Like Von Miller performed every year he's been out there. I mean, he's what makes that defense better. He lifts
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
it's-
to another level.
It's the same thing we talked about with Andrew Luck last week. If the Colts didn't pay him, some other team would have.
Yeah, but the Colts, like I said, they have nothing around him, man. Like
Yeah,
they
but-
mortgage their entire future because they have nothing.
They needed him. I mean, they're not gonna.
Yeah.
If they don't have Andrew Luck, then they're literally nothing.
Yeah, nobody's going
They're
to
gonna
want to go
pack
there.
up.
They have
They're
no
gonna pack
quarterback.
up and move.
If you have no quarterback in the NFL, you are garbage. You are a terrible team.
You're the Browns
Yeah. You're the Raiders.
for the past 10 years.
Yep.
And when does so Khalil Mack's what contract is up 18?
When were they drafted?
2000.
14?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 4-year deal, ain't it? Their rookie contract isn't always 4.
Okay, so if
How
you
does
look
that work?
at, I know this doesn't say out there.
Yeah.
In 2019, they have 60 million.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have tons of cap space.
I told
but
you
it literally
they-
is just one of those. It's gonna be
mean-
one of those things. That's gonna be the chunk of their cap space.
Those
that they-
homegrown players are going to start getting away in free agency because we can't sign them
I
because
think
we have to pay Carr and Mack.
Yeah. No, I totally see that. So some of the guys that you guys are building up and things of that nature, they're not gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna have to choose Khalil Mack and Derek Carr or Clive Lawford or Morrow Edwards. Like, should we keep those two and have two good players or one great player? So, all right, let's talk about the whole the fan ranking that just came out from the Daily Snark.
Daily. There's just a step above it. I was
Just
making that
one
comment.
step and 1.2 million followers.
Yeah. A lot of fall. Yeah. So Nick, what about it?
I just find it funny that, I mean, as a Raiders fan, it's hard being a Raiders fan. Like, I can see why they rated us 31st. Because, like Wilson said, the last sentence subs that up perfectly. I have no problem getting violent. Like, that's why I love going to Titans games, because I'll beat a Titans fan's ass because I know they're not going to do anything. But I find it funny that the Patriots are number one and not like Seattle, those bandwagon fans.
Yeah, I mean, what did he use? He used some sort of.
So it was about like how much money
right?
you're willing to spend, along with how many people you have following you on Twitter, and then something about like your attendance, your 15 years of attendance, and 4 years of social media like exposure, like followers. How many followers do you have on all these platforms? He says down here that the Cowboys would have been number one, except the Patriots have more followers than the Cowboys do. And he also made a funny thing. 340,000 people follow the Jaguars.
Wow.
That's it. That's all. And
Bad.
the Patriots have 2.4 million.
Let's go
Wow,
follow the
that's-
Jaguars right now.
Yeah, I got it. I got it, guys. I'll tweet them.
Yeah. So, like, looking at this
Hashtag
list,
follow back.
I mean, what the Eagles do surprise me. The Giants don't surprise me. The Bears sort of surprise me if we didn't go to the NFL draft and see how many people that really, really hate their mayor, but love Chicago Bears. We're gonna have to tweet out that picture, Wilson. So what's funny is at the NFL draft this year, the mayor starts walking down the red carpet because the draft bus is there, and everybody starts booing him. But old Slyly Wilson down here just let. You can look at the picture and it's all over the internet. Because I looked at red carpet pictures today, and Wilson's mouth wide open, like just screaming, and it's pure hate. Like it looks as if that guy ran over his dog. He's just like, that motherfucker.
The kids
I was
were right
looking
there
on the-
though, so I don't know if we were yelling for the kids or if we were booing the mayor. The mayor was using the children as a shield them because I think everybody in Chicago wanted to kill him.
That guy is like 4'2". He came down. I had
He
my
looked
arm
like he
hanging out,
played-
trying to get me.
He was the
He tried to
left
give me a
tackle
high
for
five.
the 12 through 13 junior Chicago Bears or whatever.
But
He tried to give.
yeah,
He tried to give me a high five, and I was like, nope.
the whole like
I was there too, right next to him. He was. Like Nick's like, no, don't touch me. What?
I don't want your foot on me.
So, on this daily snark list, which is essentially NFL memes, anybody, if you don't know what do you not find it ridiculous that the Steelers are 18th? Like,
That's surprising to me.
I think that's the like most hated fan base because I hated going to that game, Pittsburgh, because they were some
We already followed
assholes.
the Jags, by the way.
Oh, okay. There's some assholes up there, but like, there's no way those people spend money like crazy on the Steelers. They always have a sold out game. How are they not higher up?
So when I went to the Browns game last year, my dad always told me this: be careful going there because they've been known to throw batteries at people. So
This is
as
like
I'm going through the ticket checklist, they have a trash can right there. And what do? I look down in it and I fucking see batteries.
like, are we talking?
I went just like this the entire game.
Are we talking about like D's or like double A's
I mean,
or triple A's?
a
Like,
range.
someone's out
Anywhere
there.
from your watch batteries to
Non-volt.
fucking car batteries.
Somebody's out there throwing the fucking like the huge square flashlight battery. They just fucking one in each hand, and they're just like, "Whoa!"
There's at least 10 AA batteries and at least 3 or 4 D batteries. I was just like, holy fuck!
Oh,
This actually happens.
somebody's holding a damn like diehard huge car battery and just fucking slings it off the 300 level seats.
Somebody,
Killing guys.
somebody's over there ninja starring AAA batteries at opposing fans.
They hit Johnny Manziel in the fucking helmet with one. Just ding.
Oh no, man, that's when they love Johnny.
It is crazy though. Like, look at this list, and I think it's even funny. And half the people comment are freaking Oakland fans. I think it's kind of funny. But like, if you look down through it, one biggest thing is the Packers. So, we know how many Packers fans we know. 10. I might know more Packers fans than I do Titans fans.
Well, let me just shout out a Packers fan, Devin, for pulling this Lakefront Brewery beer back from Wisconsin for me. And that was her mother's birthday present, was 6 tickets to the Packers-Falcons game. Watch Keanu Neal get burnt by Jordy Nelson.
4th round talent.
First round pick, 4th round talent.
No, I mean, the Packers are like the ultimate team to cheer for because they're owned by the fans.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the smallest market in the NFL. Like, it's Green Bay, Wisconsin.
And they have arguably the best quarterback in the NFL.
They do have the best quarterback.
He's clutch, man. Like, any game you're in with that dude, you have a chance to win, just like Tom Brady.
He's not good in a true stats league. Fuck fan. I have him in. I'm last in passing.
He's a gamer,
Last year-
man. He gets it done when it needs to be done. That's what
true.
he does.
I mean, that's what he is. He's a good quarterback to have.
He's almost like Tony Romo. I mean, I know Tony
Whoa.
Romo sucks, but
He's
Whoa. Do not even
Whoa.
get close to this comparison.
Pump-
like you
pump
just
your brakes.
I like
Huh?
Romo, but
pump him.
all right.
So Tony Romo is not a fantasy quarterback. He is a good quarterback. I mean, would you rather have him or
Hold on, I'm gonna let you finish.
Philip Rivers?
Tony Romo is.
Would you rather have
I'd
him
rather have
or
Phillip
Philip Rivers?
I'd rather have
Phillip
Philip
Really?
Rivers.
See, I'd rather have Romo.
What would you rather have him do? Sit on the sidelines or break his collarbone?
I mean, that collarbone is
Rivers
like
is-
this glass bottle right here.
Rivers is tough tripping, dude. That
I think
offensive
I think the
drive-
glass bottle is stronger than Romo's collarbone. Let's just be honest. He needs
Hold on.
He needs to be out there and put some like line X all over himself.
Repping Line X, free advertising.
But I'm telling you, I only say
Oh,
that because
shit, I drafted Tony Romo last year.
Shock.
Right here.
Like, who was that? I think it was Wilson.
he thought he was going to say it
No,
was me.
it was either me or Bill. Fuck.
Anyway, so Nick, you're talking about Packers. Go ahead and jump.
Do it.
Nick, you got the Packers all.
Jordy Nelson's back. I think that him coming back is just gigantic. It's just that weapon that Aaron Rodgers missed last year. That offensive line was like a fucking Rubik's Cube trying to put it together. With Nelson back, Randall Cobb proved last year he's not a number one. Thank God the Raiders didn't fucking sign him. I would have been pissed. Because, I mean, he's a number two. Like, he's almost like Eric Decker. Like, you can't put him out on the outside by himself. Old Fat Lacey lost a lot of weight. I will not draft him. Unfortunately, like I did right here.
So
I mean, 2 times draft bust.
I'm draft bust. Jordy Nelson.
Jared Cook.
Yeah, Jared.
Yeah,
But the thing
that's
about
huge.
Jordy Nelson, though, is he's up there in age now. I mean, he's coming off a serious injury, so I think he's on the downside of his career. I mean, I'm not going to say he's not going to put up numbers, but I don't think it's going to be that Jordy Nelson that we had before. You know what I'm saying? I mean, him and Cobb do complement each other well, though. I will say that.
He's not that like catch and cut guy like Wes Welker. You do one fucking double move and burns him, and Aaron Rodgers is going to just drop it in his bread basket every single time.
Mm-hmm. I think
I lost to you last year because he dropped a ball against Buffalo. That would have been an 80-yard fucking touchdown.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm still, as you can tell, I'm still angry about that.
What about that anger I have? Me and Andy last year, what was it? We tied, and then I only beat you by 0.25 the next time we played, something like that.
God, looking at my draft last year, it was like I had a fucking seizure.
I looked at my
Man,
draft.
I
like,
saw
what?
Vincent Jackson, and just way too early. When did I take him?
Vincent Jackson?
Yeah, it was before Crabtree.
6th?
Hey, what pick did I take?
Yeah, but that shows you how many good keepers were taken. That really does, because
keepers fucked us last
So we're
year.
talking about draft bust. Nick, when did I take Andre Johnson?
4th.
And I traded him to Nick for Emmanuel Sanders.
But I mean,
Let's talk
honestly,
about how you drafted Trey Mason in the 8th.
I can't. I only did that. I only did that because Todd Gurley was out for 4. Little did I
God,
know that Benny Cunningham, great, would outperform him first like 3 or 4 weeks.
I look me in the eye right now. That mini helmet's mine.
Fuck you. I'm buying that mini helmet.
hey,
I said-
That's gonna be the
I'm
most.
coming home with a Benny Cunningham helmet.
I sent Wilson a screenshot of it. I go, dude, I cannot believe they have this on it. He goes, bid on it. I go, I already have. I'm not asking you.
I mean, like he's
Are we doing
showing me all
confession
this
time
stuff
right
like,
now?
like, is this a good deal? I'm like, Andy, you're the only one bidding on this. I don't know why you could
I
buy
totally-
anything.
I totally bidded on that Mike Smith side photo.
Did you give it to Nathan? Oh, I hope
It was up there for $1. What was the increment? What was the increment?
5. So I just put $1.
You like how I put on there and go, hey Nate, here's some shit for you to add to your shitty collection. The Harry
It's
Douglas
Harry
and
Douglas.
it's the Harry Douglas and a Mike Smith fucking sign 8x10.
What's that? What's that shelf that Nate has? Doesn't it look like he got like a 2x4 and some cinder
looks
blocks,
like-
and he just kind of threw it up?
It looks like he bought a shitty shelf from fucking Goodwill. That's like
that'd have been gnawed on.
yeah, like a dog has obviously chewed on this shelf and a cat shit somewhere, and it's just like teetering, like one leg shorter than the other. The helmet's just rolling back and forth nonstop.
What was the picture we said about where it was like it showed somebody that like got thrown into it? Oh, that's
We're
great.
derailing pretty bad, but y'all remember y'all WWE wrestling on the bed?
Oh, Rusty Wilson.
Rusty Wilson.
Oh,
Oh, man.
oh I literally thought about that the other day.
I had no energy, and I think Nick gave me at least 20 elbow drops in a row before I moved.
Oh god, that was. I'm shocked that table held up to my body.
I'm shocked.
Hey,
I'm
shout
shocked the
out to
bed was.
the manufacturers of the table.
Shout out to the residents in Chicago for
Hey,
getting sturdy
We
tables.
had that lady across the street watching too. That was great.
How many draft bus business cards do you think we threw?
30.
Nick was just open that window and just was like throwing them out like fucking
Oh,
solitaire.
God. I'm pretty sure he was gyrating at those women too the entire time.
Yeah. Well, they're in a fucking alley. What are they gonna do in an alley besides get raped or look at a flicking dick?
Oh, Bobby. Bobby did something else in it.
Yeah, he bought weed because he's a dumbass. I will never delete that picture I have of it fucking 8 a.m. and Bobby walking with a case of Modelo downtown Chicago, just
8 a.m.
shitting.
Like nothing is wrong. Like, hey, I bought a case of Modelo at 8 a.m. Like, and it wasn't like it was fucking 30-pack. Like that's what it was.
Oh, she.
And then when he, all right, let's go.
Yeah. So Wilson and Nick both.
I was going to say, let's go through our top fives.
Oh yeah. So
Now-
Nick already talked about his number. My top 5: Patriots, Cardinals, Bucks.
So stupid. From 5 to 1, I got Steelers, Arizona, New England, Carolina, and Seattle at number 1.
I have the Pittsburgh Steelers at number 5, Packers at number 4, the Seahawks at number 3, the Carolina Panthers at deuce, and number 1 is the Arizona Cardinals.
So I'll go into.
Oh no, I want to hear why you have them at number 1.
No,
Gotta go first.
we'll wait for that. I have him at number 5 because one, Le'Veon Bell is coming off another knee injury. Cincinnati is on the up and up.
Yeah.
I mean, you still the rivalry game between them and the Ravens. Big Ben's kind of getting up there in age, and I think them losing Latavius Bryant for the year because he's fucking stupid as shit, can't stop smoking weed, is bigger than a lot of people are making it out to be. Because he's that perfect like antidote for Antonio Brown on the other end. We know Marcus Wheaton. Third time this came up, that a shitty draft pick, Marcus Wheaton. He didn't do anything. Like when he had the opportunity, he let it fucking fall through his hands.
Yeah.
So Le'Veon Bell that came out and said he's stronger than ever, but what is he gonna say? My fucking knee is weak as shit. Don't fucking hit me from the side.
Yeah.
He is worse. Miles Jacks.
It is pretty bad, but the only like their offense to me, their offense is fine. They added Ladarius Green. We kind of touched on that. But
That's huge for them.
because Heath Miller was solid, but Heath Miller wasn't he wasn't that speedy tight end threat, and I think Ladarius brings a little bit more speed, a little bit more athleticism, so he can help in the pass game. But their defense last year wasn't that great. They kind of addressed that in the draft. They reached for Artie Burns in the first, and then in the second round they drafted Sean Davis, who is a safety out of Maryland in the second. So they're trying to address that pass defense, which was 30th in yards allowed. But like Nick was saying, Big Ben's on the end. He struggles with injuries every single year. He missed some time last year too. Le'Veon, I believe that Le'Veon's the most complete back in the NFL, but
he's the most.
they just
He is the
struggle
most
with defense so
most influential offensive player in the NFL. I feel like, besides quarterback, just position player.
I feel him and Antonio Brown are arguably the two top skill players in the NFL. Like, you know, at what they do.
Like running back and wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like combined. They have, if
They're
you're
great.
doing fantasy, I mean, we had Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown go in the top 3 last year.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's going to be the same
Fantasy
thing.
dream when they're healthy. It's great when they're healthy.
Yeah. So,
but it's just that defense that doesn't allow me to put them higher, you know.
You say
and
this.
that's what.
Hey, we'll go. I have number 1.
Right.
Main reason, you guys already talked about it. Got Le'Veon Bell. Got Antonio Brown. I think they're going to be adding him to make it as that offense is unstoppable. Like last year, Andrew Williams did really well on Bell. He almost rushed 1,000 yards. He would have easily had 14 if Le'Veon.
Well, let's
Wasn't
talk.
that-
Certainly.
Wasn't that 1,000 yards in like 6 games?
Andrew Williams, like he played in
Yeah.
a couple more.
When he was the featured back. Sorry.
Yeah.
Also, while you're looking up their stats and stuff, look and see how many touchdowns and interceptions that Big Ben had. Like he
Oh.
wasn't out like a ton of games, but he didn't he threw for a lot of yards, but he did not take care of the ball last year.
Was last year the year that he had fucking like back-to-back 7 touchdown games, or the year before? Big Ben.
I think that might have been the year before. I don't think that was last year.
Big Ben, you know, he was like that
I-
healthy
it's got to
scratch.
be.
Big Ben was that healthy scratch, and then
Landry? Yeah.
came in, and Landry Jones got hurt. Big Ben came in, who wasn't even supposed to play that night. Get out of his. I think Big Ben is Brett Favre of the current.
Dude, he's better than Brett Favre. Like, I mean,
It's blasphemous. Blasphemy.
So let's just look at this. DeAndre
I mean,
Williams last year
you got to
came
rate
in.
with right.
DeAndre Williams last year came in and had 4. We had 2 100. All whole out. Le'Veon Bell came back in like 10. Le'Veon Bell went out. He had 76.
Yeah, didn't he tear up the Raiders?
I think Antonio Brown tore up the Raiders.
Yeah, he had like
Oh.
35 catches.
Oakland, DeAndre Williams had 170.
But Antonio Brown
Those
had like
sharp, man.
35 catches too.
Yeah.
That was the game we should have fucking won, man.
But
We
so-
gave that game away.
DJ Hayden.
Said, but like look at their offense.
Great coverage,
Last year, they were 16th in run. I felt like better than 16th. Third in pass, top 5 in yards. Big thing, the defense, pass yards. They addressed that in the draft. Like getting Artie Burns, be good.
But the thing is that they're young though. Like they're not.
They're
We
gonna
can't
come-
expect these dudes to come in and be Marcus Peters, dude. That's like that doesn't happen all that often. No, he's with the Chiefs.
Sean Smith.
I mean, I think the biggest thing, like you talk about, like they lost Troy. And I'll be honest, like William Gay is their best. They have
Alien Head?
Really gay.
They have 9 DBs. They have a ton of DBs.
No,
That's a
and it's funny that we say the Steelers defense is bad.
It
Like
is.
even in our lifetime, can we, besides this, have we ever been able to say that?
They're not. The thing is, they're not bad. It's just they get passed on. So like their linebackers be good. I mean, they're above average. They really are. But when you look at those DBs, they got one.
They have the immortal Harrison on their team.
They just re-signed.
It's his hyperbolic chamber, man. No, but it's literally it blows my mind that we're literally talking about a bad Steelers defense for the longest time, longest. It's like their defense is what held them together.
Dick LeBeau.
Right.
Dick LeBeau's old.
He was there
And-
forever, though. I mean, I think I have a valid point for making them. They added great tight
Yeah.
end. Their offense is absolutely really is. I mean, if they can just keep people touchdown.
But here's the thing, though. So you can see them beating the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals, whose
No, I
offense
could.
was just in the
I
regular
could,
season
and the
was
reason I
just
say that is
amazing.
because Arizona Cardinals defense put a pass on them. They have Lamont Brown. They're going to be able to get.
They got Kim Deitch now, man. They added probably
No, and they got Chandler Jones.
yeah.
That defense fucking
I'm saying,
stepped
like
up.
you're still, they're going to be able to. It's it's Big Ben. All the threats.
Oh
he's
yeah,
got,
like.
But
Well, there's a reason why
I'm
we.
not arguing with that. I'm just saying that
yes, I think they can beat the Cardinals.
head to head with these other teams in the top 5, you can see them beating.
I
the
think with their blitzing defense
beating
too,
the
they
Seahawks.
Panthers, and if they can stop Hawks from pass, they can do that. So I think of all those they have, the Seahawks might have them. To be honest,
You're a madman.
Seahawks are going.
No, I mean, there's a reason why we waited till this episode to start talk about the Steelers because they're literally a top 5 team. I mean, they're fighting for home field advantage throughout the playoffs.
And
I
I
mean,
think the
as
biggest
of
thing
right
that helps
now,
them this year is
They are. I mean, in the AFC, as of right now, my rankings have them the number 1 seed in the AFC.
like the big thing I think that makes them better than the Patriots. Nick's pre. Yeah, true. Patriots are playoffs. They're fighting for home advantage, but Steelers can get 4 games on them.
Yeah, I mean, if the Steelers go 3-1 and the Patriots go 1-3, which is a very good possibility. I mean, we don't really know what we have from their quarterback. I mean, Matt Castle stepped in last time that Brady was out, but
So let's kick it in. Let's talk Panthers. We all have them at number. Talk about the Seahawks. Panthers will. And that offense live last year, terrible. 2014, it was all. 2015, he made 10 actual. Didn't
dude, a top 10 wide receiver.
yeah, like made him look. Offense was top 10 category, but passing. That defense was top 10. Offense was passing in it. That's partly because Cam Campbell knows when. Some of those things. Biggest thing I think for.
And they get Kelvin Benjamin back.
Yep. So get him back. I'm interested to see how much it might. If you have Cam being that scramble, biggest thing, that defense is still there. They lost Josh. I think they can replace. I think it's still. Cam Newton is the life of that team.
Go ahead, Wilson.
I mean, I think that they're going to be fine. I do not agree with you about replacing Josh Norman. I think that Josh Norman was really great. They're going to miss him. Thomas Davis is getting older, struggles with injuries. We were talking before the show. Kuechly is the best linebacker in the NFL, hands down, and he leads that defense. So I think that they're going to be okay, but they are going to miss Josh Norman. Kelvin Benjamin's coming back. Olsen's getting older. To me, Jonathan Stewart last year had a consistent year, did he not? Because the Jonathan Stewart I'm used to is the guy who had to share with D'Angelo Williams, nonstop struggling with injuries. And last year he was, the feature back, and I feel that he was more reliable. So I think that they're hoping they can get the same thing out.
It's funny we've talked about both of those back, D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart, and how well they've done once they're fucking separated. I feel they both wasted their career in the same backfield. Yep. I have them at number 2. One, I am a very, very big Cam Newton fan. I mean, yeah, he's a sore loser, but you know what? The dude goes out and fucking plays his fucking ass off. I really think they will beat the Broncos the first game of the year.
I do too.
Beat them
the hell out of them. Yeah.
Because one, I think it's going to be a revenge game where he's like, "Fuck you guys."
No more butterflies anymore. That was the first time that they had been in the Super Bowl. That it was too big for them.
Second time they've been.
Cam Newton's first. Cam Newton. That's what I'm talking about. This current team that went to the Super Bowl.
So you say Jonathan Stewart was consistent, average 4 yards a back. Finally, didn't make 1,000 yards.
But I said he was consistent for Jonathan Stewart than what we had been seeing in the previous years where he struggled with injuries and all this other stuff. But when he got the rock, you could actually rely on him in that offense. And I'm not coming from a fantasy perspective. I'm coming from the game.
But last year with D'Angelo, in 2009, he had 1,100. 2008, he had 800 yards. All those years, scared the backfield.
Don't argue with me. You sat there and put the Steelers at number 1 overall.
They're offensively, I think they're better than the
I'm
Panthers.
saying to me.
All right, time out. You just said that the Panthers scored.
They scored the most points last year. But that's
and they got their number 1 wide receiver back.
If the Steelers keep if Von Bell comes back and is healthy, and they added
he won't be.
They added Ladarius Green.
Le'Veon Bell's going to get hurt.
The Steelers are going to be better offensive. Panthers. Draft bust.
Listen,
you're
what I meant by that.
Hey, who wants to do it? Draft bust bet right now.
Let's do it.
What's the bet?
I already have another. Literally, what do we bet?
At the end of the regular season, 16 weeks, end of it.
17, you dumbass.
Okay, 16 games. Same thing. At the end of the regular season, Steelers will be ranked higher in points, total yards.
Points win the game.
Okay, so the Steelers will be ranked higher than points.
I could totally see that, but you know what?
Take it.
The NFC South fucking sucks.
Gonna take it or not? Gonna take it? Huh?
What are we betting?
I would
Are you gonna lay out on that bed and jag your dick?
If it was power rankings, I would totally go for that. I would take the bet, whatever you wanted, if you agreed that
it's points scored offensive.
I know, but I'm saying power rankings. I'll do that bet.
Nick, what are we doing, Andy? I'll take it.
Let's do a 12-pack of beer.
Of Natty?
Of beer less than 50.
And you sit on that couch in the back and you let us take a video.
You jack that dick.
Mean.
That dick. Jack that
I mean, like this? You want to do it, Nick?
I already got another. I'm done. I'm game.
Okay.
I really think the Panthers.
I really remember.
I already have another bet with a guy at work that's saying the Raiders will make the playoffs.
Are you saying that they are, or is he saying that?
I am saying they are. He's saying they're not.
What's the stipulations?
Yeah, what's the
a six pack of Wiseacre? You down? He's a Bronco fan, so fuck him. He's a fag.
Is he a Peyton Manning fan?
No.
Okay.
He's been a lifelong Bronco fan, longer than you. You are a queer, not a fag.
I'm a queer, not a faggot.
Sorry, not gay bash.
Yeah,
I love gays.
You're good. You're good. Yeah, we're at the draft bus.
Terrible.
We do not discriminate.
Disclaimer.
Yeah. So the Panthers number 2.
We got a gay guy in our league, Nate.
Nate Beyond. He say it.
I always call him Nate Booty. I call him Nate Booty.
All right. So the bet has been made. So
12-pack of beer, less than 50.
All right.
So we talked about the Panthers.
You want to talk about our number ones?
Yeah, we got to talk about our number 1. I already talked about mine.
Right.
But the only thing do you have at number one?
They're the most well-run team. I mean, hands down. I really think it was a joke that they lost last year as bad as they did to Carolina in the playoffs. I think them losing Tyrann Mathieu before that game killed them. Like, it just took everything, all the air out of their balloon, umbrella, whatever the hell you want to call it.
It was
He's the heart.
Palmer.
He's the heart and soul of that defense. Patrick Peterson is the best corner in the NFL. And they added Robert Kim Dietrich and Chandler Jones. That defense is fucking awesome. If Larry Fitz can do half of what he did last year, the only downfall they have is they don't really have a good number two. So whatever Malcolm that plays with them, because there's like 17 Malcolm Floyds. I really think, I mean, David Johnson busted on. And CJ 0K came out of nowhere, killed it. They only got better and they were that far ahead. So
I think the biggest thing with them is they got to figure too much in the past. Whoever. They can get in there and David Johnson today. I think they're going to be. I have my number 4. I rank the Seahawks. I think they will get playoffs.
I know. A couple years ago, they were the team that broke that undefeated streak in Seattle.
Also,
Boom.
Rams beat them.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it's not a real big home field advantage.
I really think it is, but still, I think the Seahawks. Russell Wilson hates Carson.
Carson Palmer is not clutch. He's not. He chokes in big games, man. Like, even if Tyrann Mathieu had been healthy, he didn't make him throw all those interceptions and make all those dumb plays.
I mean, he threw 6 in game.
No, I think threw like 4 in one game.
Didn't he he fumbled the ball too? Like he threw a bunch of picks and then fumbled the ball or something like that?
Yeah.
Regardless, he did not he's not clutch, man. When you need him most, he is not clutch.
I'm not talking like I did power rankings straight off a regular season.
I am too, but I mean, like, I'm just saying that to me, like, puts him below Tom Brady. It puts him below Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Like, I mean,
but didn't they win the NFC West last year?
Yeah, but I'm just based off of last year going into this season, what I saw, like, their offense was phenomenal. It was like first in yards at 408. That's getting it done. Second in scoring, 30.6. And then the defense was top 10 and everything, but I don't know. He's older. Carson Palmer's older. He struggled at the end of last year in the postseason, so that's lingering with me.
But that's the key right there. Postseason.
I hurt.
It was last year. He came off that knee injury.
Oh, Lindy came in.
I just think like the Cardinals did. I'm just not. Fit. David Johnson. Offensive.
See, you know, it's scary.
It's all
Ben gets a crit. Keep David Johnson like the 13th.
I don't get freaking. Like I'm Annis. And
Matt Gay.
Good call.
Oh, that's a good keeper. Everybody listen to Andy's fantasy advice where he keeps kickers.
Top 100.
Hey, where's that kicker at?
Well, who's his quarterback? Exactly.
Scary.
So, let's get
my number one. At the end of the season last year, Russell Wilson started turning around, throwing the ball. Him and Baldwin started connecting. Baldwin just got that big contract. I don't think Doug Baldwin would be that type of player that gets paid and just lays down. I don't see him coming across that way. Thomas Rawls, when he had the opportunity, got it done last year. Granted, he is coming off an ankle injury, but he had 830 yards, and that's 5.6 per carry. He didn't get a lot of touchdowns. He only had 4 rushing, and he's really not a factor in the receiving game. I think he had like 1 touchdown receiving and not that many yards. But he has a little bit of depth behind him now. They drafted some, so that should help them out there. I think he's the guy. Their defense last year was first in points allowed, second yards allowed per game, second in passing yards per game, and first in rushing yards per game. So the defense is still getting it done. They lost Bruce Irving, but Bruce Irving wasn't like a key factor in that defense. Cam Chancellor, man.
Bam Bam Cam. Irving.
They have AJ Ryan.
Yeah. I'm just saying that their defense is still there, and they're
and they added to that front with Gerard Reed.
Mm-hmm. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, is he still alive?
1 year. That was my question. Look at their draft class.
Yeah.
He offensive. I think their offense.
Now they still have to figure out what to do with Jimmy Graham. Like that's still.
You gotta
When he went down though is when like that passing game just exploded. Do you remember that? All of a sudden it was just bombs to
Russell Wilson. Yeah.
Do what?
Was it against the Packers or the week after they played the Packers on a primetime game?
I can't remember, but he got hurt. And do you remember like every game after that, Doug Baldwin had like what 2 or 3 touchdowns every week? Something ridiculous.
Russell Wilson, like they all went off.
So
I mean, it's
week 15.
Yeah, so they were all getting it done as soon as Graham went down. So that's the only thing that scares me with them. But everything else there is in place. You know, Russell Wilson he's on top right now. He's easily
married.
Well, yeah. But
you think him losing to Virginia is going to do anything?
He's hovering right around top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Like I can't remember where I had him. I don't know. I think I had him at like 6 or 7 on our like top 5 QBs in the NFL, something like that.
Yeah.
But he's on up there. He's starting to hit. Do what?
Had him at 6.
Well, remember we talked about our top 5, and then we kind of dabbled a little bit about some players on the outside. So I'm talking about.
Go Jack, you're digging that bit.
Yeah, really.
I don't think.
Anyway.
Pee on yourself.
One of those. Pee in a can.
I need a piss.
Do it on camera.
Drink it.
Do it.
Do it.
That's the time I peed in that can. That's every time I peed in campaign.
No, that's just terrible.
Grabbed it and he set it down. Thing there.
That's piss, bro.
He shouldn't have
All of a
drank
sudden,
that.
he beats Andy upside the head with the piss bottle. But anyway, he's hitting that stride. He's getting there. He started getting it done, throwing. He's making smart decisions. So that's why I got him at number 1.
I don't have an issue with that. I mean, they're a great team. I mean, that secondary is phenomenal. I don't know if it's because the front seven's just as good that it makes the back 4 just as good.
But okay, you put Cam Chancellor out, he's still doing the same thing, man. Just killing.
Yeah, Cam Chancellor is one of the best safeties in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know Andy hates me because I was on the Bam Bam Cam train. When I saw this dude jump over the offensive line to block a fucking field goal, like that's it. Like
in that Super Bowl,
player can do that.
Wes Welker.
Like I mean, that dude is a monster.
He is.
No Kevin Neal.
Didn't
Keanu.
Didn't they re-sign Browner, and Browner's already in trouble or something?
Yeah, something like that. No, but I don't know. I really think that offense is going to slowly start. I think they're going to miss Marshawn Lynch more than people realize.
But they didn't last year, though. Like Thomas Ross stepped in and he just took over, man. When
And
he
that's
was
the
healthy.
thing is that I think Russell Wilson actually.
But all right, so
they need
you
running
take
back
out
back
that
there.
game. You take out that game against Cincinnati. What did Thomas Rawls do?
I don't know per game.
I mean, he had like 220 yards against Cincinnati.
Don't you remember there though for a while, like he was sharing with Marshawn a little bit, and Marshawn would come back and stuff. So he didn't have a full season, but when he finally got to carry the rock, he got it done.
First 6. So any game he had 160. Yeah, 100. Chicago. Didn't do shit. And France.
101 against Minnesota.
Baltimore.
Yeah.
What did they do against Minnesota in the playoffs?
Bears.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, that team really fell apart. I mean, they should have fucking lost that game because Blair Walsh missed a field goal that I can make.
No, man, I'm just.
Oh, we lost it.
Oh, he took a pee break. But anyway, he could have gave us a warning or something like that. But
yeah, I'm gonna go get a beer. He can pause this. Jack your dick.
So is the stream watching me now? I don't know if Andy's going to go back and watch this video, but he is ridiculous for putting the Steelers at number 1 overall. Too many questions, too many question marks on that defense to put them above Arizona or Carolina or Seattle for sure. So
you guys don't understand. I had to be so bad.
Were we paused?
No, we're not paused. We're still going.
Everybody left, and so I had like my own kind of monologue going on here.
I have no idea.
Thanks, guys.
How bad my kid.
Anyway, let's start to wrap this up. So
yeah.
Andy, I got a quick question for Andy.
Yeah.
Did you sit down while you peed?
I just pissed in
the shower. He leaned into the wall. He leaned into the wall. He was very tired.
I actually just.
No, you didn't.
Do you do that a lot?
I went straight to the bathroom.
Him and her got it on. Woo-wee. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't. So, I mean, we went through this, talked about it. I think definitely got derailed a lot. Hope to bring a lot more.
Our show, get used to it.
Hope to bring a lot.
Yes. So
I can't wait for bye-week Bill stories. Bye-week Bill stories are going to be the best.
Hey, who do you guys think bye-week Bill drafted in the 7th round?
The 7th round.
Ryan Mallett.
Nope.
In the 7th round. Oh, God. Was it...
I'll give you a hint. It's a running back.
What position was it? Is a running back.
Frank... No.
Dude, I don't even know. Was it Alfred
Rashard
Blue?
Jennings.
So
that's the 56th player overall. He drafted that motherfucker.
Well, that really we did have a lot of keepers though.
All right, so minus 16, so 86.
I mean, look, I took freaking Vincent Jackson before Rashard Jennings.
Oh God, dude! I think
I took Trey Mason before Jennings.
You did. Like,
I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know how you do. How do you go 6-0 and then all of a sudden 0-6?
Because I played a guy that started back to back
for 6 games in a row.
No, 6 games in a row. I don't. What I had that.
It was 2 years ago.
No, but I'm trying to think who I had that was.
Peyton Manning.
I mean, fucking Nate drafted Bashard Perriman in
That was
7th.
a good one. Good pick. Looking back on
He
that.
does get Jordy Nelson in the 8th, though.
The most part though, guys. Yeah, we talked about one of our top 5. Nick has the car. Alrighty. But certainly, Tom Brady was going to.
Patriots number 1.
I don't know if Wilson would.
No, I would. No, I would.
We'd all be wearing Uggs right now.
I'm pretty sure I said that weeks ago.
I'll be wearing.
Yeah, like.
So I mean that's it for
They
this
were on.
week.
They were on Prime.
Yeah, I think I'm sale.
Yep. Buy 2 get 1 free.
Damn,
Just kidding.
I'll falls off there today.
But you'll lose in a round. How many golf balls do you lose each week?
Say a lot. Next week we'll be done with power rankings. Fantasy of probably these that we think we're gonna shine.
Jacking that Duke.
That's probably what he's looking up at.
That's
Actually,
what he
honestly looks like I'm in a